Welcome to another episode of Organized Grab Ass, and welcome to all of you want to be Pokemon Masters. There is this amazing new game called Pokemon Go that just hit the street this week. We couldn't be more excited about it. This is an intro to a long and exciting journey to dominate the Pokemon world in full grab ass fashion. I would also like to introduce a brand new character which you will be seeing from time to time on the channel by the name of Bubble Boy. I love this game. I have seen this game revolutionize the way gaming works. I have been watching all of these pasty ass white boys walking out into the sun and getting sunburns for the first time in their lives. This may even fix the obesity epidemic in the US, all while creating a skin cancer epidemic. Amazing! I have spent the last 4 days hunting down every Pokemon I can, trying to upgrade and evolve them as fast as humanly possible just to stay competitive with the games around my house. I think this game could be one of the most successful and long-lasting games that has ever been created, but there is one thing that I really want to bring attention to that could kill this game if it is not fixed. Before I get into this one thing that I want fixed, I want to ask you guys to please share this video as much as you can, tweet it out to your friends, post it on Reddit. I don't care. Get the word out there, because if we want these changes to be incorporated into the game, we need to get these ideas in front of as many people as humanly possible, which means share it everywhere you possibly can. Then the game makers will have to pay attention to what we want done with the game, and they will implement the changes. Now, when I'm talking about one big thing that's wrong with it, I want to put a little bit of background into it. The game mechanics includes catching Pokemon, feeding the weak ones into a meat grinder in exchange for candies to level them up. Every time you level up as a trainer, your Pokemon can then be leveled up more than it was prior to you leveling up. So the more you level up, the more powerful your Pokemon team can become. Then when you have high enough level Pokemon, you can challenge a gym, take it over. Now, in a vacuum, this sounds exactly how it's supposed to work. However, the way that it is set up as it is right now, the game will eventually favor the end game players so much that it leaves the new players, people who start 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months after the main game's release, will be left in the dust and basically just SOL on them until they can grind their way up to end game. Now, as it is right now, end game is level 50. That is the highest level a trainer can become. And at that point, you'll likely be seeing Pokemon with CP of 4,000. 5,000, 6,000, 8,000. I don't know how high it's going to go, but it's going to be much higher than anything that we're seeing right now, as the highest Pokemon I've seen owning a gym is 1,600. And me personally, having a Vaporeon at 800 is one of the higher level Pokemon, and I've been able to hold gyms for over a day. However, when the end game comes and people start reaching the end game, there will be no room for lower level Pokemon. Nobody's going to be able to get into a gym with an 800 Pokemon. Nobody's going to be able to get in a gym with a 1,300 Pokemon. You're going to have over 4,000 Pokemon, possibly particular types of Pokemon that are stronger than others. I know one thing that I've noticed is my Onix cannot be upgraded as much as my Arcanine can, and my Vaporeon can be upgraded even further than that. I don't know what the gyms are going to look like in 6 months, but it's going to be crazy. And if you're a new player, you're not going to be able to compete there. You're not even going to have a high enough level Pokemon to train in a gym, much less own a gym. Now, the biggest problem with this comes because the only way you can earn in-game currency is by actually owning a gym, in which you can actually own up to 10 gyms. So in 4 months, there's going to be a group of end game players in every area of the Pokemon world that is dominating the gyms, leaving out all the new players. So what I want to see is some things put into the game that allow competitive play that does not necessarily favor the end game users, but still has a fun aspect for the end game users as it does with new players and middle of the ground players. Clash of Clans was brilliant when they introduced Clan Wars, because this was a war where you matched up against people of relative strength so that you could compete clan versus clan. Pokemon needs something like this. Now, I don't know if there should actually be clans where clan versus clan match up and you're actually competing against people, but at least do live battles, Pokemon battles with other trainers where you can actually pick teams to make a competitive player. Even a high level player can pick their lower level Pokemon to pit against a lower level player who picks all of their highest level Pokemon to go and compete and get better at the mechanics of fighting. I would also like to see a story mode implemented where you can find AI trainers that are spawning at a level that is competitive to your level, so everybody sees a different trainer that just pops up and it's randomly generated with different Pokemon of a certain level that's going to be competitive based on the level that you are as a trainer. It's going to add so much more competitive and it's so much more fun, especially with the newer players that are going to be coming into this community in 6 months, in 7 months. They're going to actually be able to play the game and have fun without having to grind for months on end just to get close to the point where they can start competing in the gym battle session. Now, included in these things, I would like to see a small amount of in-game currency being able to be earned, not to mention experience level, so that there is an aspect of actually gaining some in-game currency and grinding your way up to that level 50. Now, I agree that the gym system should be the best way to make in-game currency. I do not disagree with that. I think that should be focused on end-game players, because that's the hardest thing to do. However, there does need to be a small amount of in-game currency that you can earn on your way up to the end game. These are just my ideas. If you like them, be sure to smash that like button, hit the subscribe button, come back for more Pokemon Go, and be sure to send this out to as many people as you can. Let's get as many eyes on this video as humanly possible so that the creators of this game have to listen to us in order to add some aspects of the game that will be fun for everybody as everybody plays through the game. Hey Grabass Nation, thank you so much for tuning in and watching this video all the way to the end. Don't forget to smash that like button, and if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button right now so you can keep up with all the grabassery that happens on this channel every single day. If you thought that video was funny, be sure to check out the top 10 funniest moments from last month. It'll put you on the ground rolling in laughter.